Hi guys, how's it going? Right, this week I thought I'd show you how to recover a seat. This is probably one of them jobs where you really need a second person, as it can be an absolute pain in the ass doing this by yourself. So let's just jump into it and have a look at what you're going to need. Okay, so you're going to want to start with a staple gun and 8mm staples, some scissors, pliers, flathead screwdriver and some flex leather. Right, so if you just rip off the old material, but keep that to one side because we're going to need it, and then inspect the seat, make sure there's no chunks of foam missing out of it. This one's looking in pretty good nick. Right, so you're just going to go around the seat pulling out all the rusty old staples, getting them out of the way, and then you want to take the rubbers and any brackets and anything else that's going to be in the way off. So you end up with this. Now you want to put your original seat cover onto the flex leather and you want to cut a piece for it. Now you want to oversize it by quite a bit. Now as you can see, it's all wrinkled up there, so how we combat that is by throwing that in the tumble dryer for a few minutes to get it all warmed up. And you want to just start by stapling one side on of the back part of the seat. Then you want to just sort of pull it a bit tight there and just get a few staples in the other side. These are just to hold it on. Sometimes you have to remove some of these staples towards the end as you want to start pulling it tighter. So this is exactly why you want a second set of hands. Obviously you need someone to pull it whilst you're trying to fight to get the staples in. As you can see, I'm like pretty much fully flexed trying to get them in. Right, so once you've got a few staples in, it'll start to take some kind of shape there. We haven't gone mental, there's just a handful of them in either side. Right, so as we start working around the back next, you can see she's just trying to pull it as tight as possible. So as you just go around, just try and ping in as many staples as you can. Right, so you'll notice we're working from one side to the other, leaving the middle bit till last. This just seems to help with the ruching up. As you can see there, she's just sort of pulling it and folding it in. And then there's the back end. Sometimes you end up with a couple of little lines in it. You might just have to pull the staples out and then just go again. I mean, obviously it's going to be creased like that underneath. You can always press it down and just put a staple in, but no one's going to see the underside. And then next we move on to the front. Once again, same technique, just pulling it as tight as we can. Just get a couple of staples in there just to hold the shape. So the good thing with this material is it's fairly stretchy. You can really tug on it, it won't tear. So what she's trying to do there is just pull it around the corner and trying to push into the foam as well to try and get the shape, so that I can just chuck some staples in that. and then obviously just repeat the same on the other side. Right, so you'll notice there's a lot of material left over. This is fine, this will all get cut off at the end. As you can see, there's minimal amount of staples in. And then to do this part, you just want to be pushing down on the seat and then pulling it over. And then here she is, how she does the corners. She just sort of folds it in on itself. I'm not an upholsterer, but obviously if you've got someone who can work with fabric or understands how to make a corner, then this is ideal. Right, so now that it's all where you want it to be, you can really start belting the staples in, making sure it's not going to go anywhere. And it's starting to take some kind of shape now, so you can start cutting off the excess. So just cut the bulk of it off with a set of scissors, and then go around just chucking your staples in. Right, so that's this side done, it's all stapled, and then I just go around with a Stanley blade, tidying up the edges. Right, now you can start putting your rubbers and your mounting brackets and that back on after you've finished belting staples everywhere, and this is it finished. Now this only took us about an hour. Like I say, we're not upholsterers. We've done a couple of seats like this. Yeah, so fairly straightforward. I think just the task of it's quite daunting, but once you start doing it, it is fairly easy. I think a lot of it's just down to being patient and you know, just taking your time with it really. So there you go, one recovered seat. It really is that simple. It is a daunting task, but once you start doing it, like I say, it really is quite simple, especially if you've got an extra set of hands to help pull the material around and that. Now if you feel this video helped you, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and that's it for this week. I will see you guys next Friday. See you later.